grabs him by the arm when
Damn,
he tried
Oliver's
to
scared
get
as
away.
fuck.
And you can see it in Oliver's face when he finally realized that he fucked up. And he should have listened to his pops the whole time. But it was all too late for him. The rat backhands Oliver so hard,
Holy
his jaw
God damn.
snatched.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vaughn. Zach. Now, I know you're expecting the excuses. Nah, I ain't gonna do that today. That was on me, y'all. Got caught up in some stuff. Not caught up in some stuff, but like been busy with a lot of stuff. But we're here for y'all today with another video. Yeah, I know y'all expecting the energized intro. As you can see, y'all ain't getting it today. It's hot as hell. Have you ever smelled roasted, nigga? Y'all could jump through this TV or iPad or phone y'all watching me on right now. You would smell roasted, nigga, man. We got a heat wave out here. We got a heat wave out here. It's like 90-some degrees. Bro, it's hot. Bro, so hot. My microphone melted, bro. I'm just playing, y'all. This broke because I sat on it. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack with you. It was on my bed, and I sat on it. Straight like that. So yeah, bro, it's hot, bro. But before we start this video, you know, we're reacting to my boy CjdachampThrag. I'm also dropping another video. We doing a gaming video. I'm making that tonight. That's gonna be a gaming one, a horror game. But alright, next. Right now we're watching CjdachampThrag. He's been making videos and I have not been reacting. So, oh, before we start, also clap up, y'all. My boy turned 5 months 3 days ago. Boy turned 5 months, y'all. He on the move. He know he figured out how to roll over. And he be gone. But today we're gonna be reacting to Thrag. Now, I have not watched Invincible. I haven't watched Invincible since like I haven't even seen Mark beat Omni-Man. That's all. I only watched like season 1 of Invincible. So I ain't gonna say I don't know who Thrag is. I do know he's the leader of Viltrum. And I be seeing him, like, people like put him up against like Marvel anime characters and stuff like that. So we about to see what my boy on. We about to see Contender. Is hot. Got the window open behind me, y'all. The breeze feeling a little nice. But let's get into it, y'all.
Why is everyone so nervous about fighting this Thrag guy? No way he lives up to the hype.
A few moments later.
I got this!
Your life literally is as valuable as a summer ant. Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. Because what are you here for? To worship me? Kill you.
That's how he's starting off? Bro. That's how he's starting off? Already. Look at this shit, man. The nigga jaw, teeth intact, is off of his face. He cannot eat no more. I don't know who this dude is, but he's dead. Yeah, that's what it's looking like, y'all. Body count 1 already. Like, damn. Did not have to punch his jaw off like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know what time it is. Court is now in session because it's time for a trial. And it is for none other than the crispiest Viltrumite in the galaxy. Viltrum's final boss, Grand
The nigga hairline is crispy though, I ain't gonna lie.
We got the evidence and it is ready to be presented. And my God, I gotta say this is some of the most damning evidence a character has ever had. So without further ado, Exhibit A.
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna see if I can fix this.
Alright, let's get down to business. Exhibit A. Thrag's
see if I can fix the quality on it.
rise to power
cool.
and his multiple.
Back to the video. Oh, if it's about to do this, hold on.
Cross finger, baby.
I'm cool with 480. I just don't need mine's looking like Android, and not the new Androids. I'm not throwing no shade at Android. New Androids, y'all got that. Talking about the old Androids, Cricket wireless and shit. Who even uses like if you think of all the phone companies, which one fell off? Like I feel like AT&T. Like I never heard of any. I haven't seen no like commercials, no none of that for AT&T. Keep the whole stack. I really feel like they fell off. It's all hot, bro. This video about to be on the roof, bro. It's about to be on the roof. I don't know how, but it's about to be on the roof. Cause I don't know why we got, and then it's supposed to be rainy for the rest of the week after Wednesday. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's supposed to be all straight rain. That don't even make sense. But it's summertime, so we about to get on the vlogs. We about to get on the vlogs, y'all. Y'all about to see a lot more Twizzy
atrocities. Now we actually got a glimpse of Thrag's backstory right here, and just from this backstory alone, you could already tell that Thrag was a crazy ass nigga, because this man is responsible for multiple horrible atrocities. So let's start off with example 1. This one planet was trying to start a rebellion because they were fed up with the. So they decided to blow some shit up and retaliate. So the Viltrumite higher ups or Argos council, whatever the hell you want to call them, had a meeting to discuss of what they should do about this rebellion. Now Krieg and Thetis were basically arguing the whole time, because Krieg straight up proposed that they should just decimate the whole planet to show the strength of the Viltrum Empire and strike fear into the species out.
Alright. First off, they blew up a ship and you say I'm gonna blow up your fucking planet? That's how you respond? Oh, you blew up my new Maybach spaceship. I'ma take your planet, bro. Come on, it's not that deep. It's not that you could have. I don't know, bro. Like took them hostage, maybe. You know. Take their food, rob them. No. You said fuck my Maybach, so fuck the planet. Alright, bro.
I was trying to rebel, but Thetis, on the other hand, proposed that they shouldn't decimate their planet because the Viltrumite rule over this species was cruel and inhumane, and he thought that since this species showed some type of pushback against their oppressors, that it was an act of strength, and Viltrum should respect it because their main core value was strength.
See, I like him.
They kept yapping.
I like him.
Argol decided to shut both of them up. Then he asked Thrag, "Young nigga Thrag, my crispy apprentice, what do?"
Crispy apprentice, bro, look at the lineup, boy. Holy shit. That's a 90 degree. He took the Clippers. What's that, number 1? Number 2? He got the he took the Razor to that. Definitely. Shit. What a, and he got a square back. He don't got a round back. Ooh, okay, bro. Okay, bro. I need to get like you, bro. I need a haircut, bro. I need a haircut. But yeah, he got that. He got that shit. And you should push back, boy.
What do you think we should do about this minor inconvenience? And Thrag straight up said that these creatures were so weak that their weakness was an offense to the natural order of the universe, and we should educate them on why they're so ass. And after hearing Thrag's rant, Argol was like, "Now that is why you are my right-hand man. Tax them niggas 25% of their population."
Damn.
This man Thrag is responsible for this race losing 25% of their population. A quarter of these niggas was white.
Bro, I'm thinking he mean like tax them like 25%, like other or whatever they have global, bro. I'm not even gonna cap. I'm thinking like he mean like tax for 25%. Everything I have on that planet, I need 25% of it, right? That's what I'm thinking. Nah, he said I'ma kill 25% of y'all. Okay. This about to be a long one. I need to stop pausing. It's only 2 minutes.
Let's move into example 2. His first day is Emperor. Now, after Argol got assassinated and took a big ass shank to the
So while my internet continue to move like a turtle, can we just talk about how? Alright, so Viltrumite's supposed to be super powerful, right? Like I know Omni-Man was powerful, and he's supposed to be the king of pretty much where he from, right? How did you get snuck up on?
They had a massive funeral for this man, and it was broadcasted across the entire
Like, how did you get
planet.
stabbed in your noggin, bro?
Given the eulogy, he does what is quite possibly one of the
Holy fucking moly.
craziest things a leader could ever do. He said that there is a sickness in our society and it needs to be cut out. So he points at this melanated brother behind him and asks him, "You, do I look fresh today?"
I like it cut, G.
Look, oh yeah, perfect. Bro, look at the 90 degrees on this cut, bro. Look at the 90 degrees on this shit, man. That shit is beyond fresh. Beyond fresh. Super fresh.
I don't believe you.
Bro, you telling me he killed the only black person there? He killed the only black person there? So he racist? Is he? Let me know. He like quite literally he killed, besides this dude, right? These two right here. But see, they all the way in the stands, so you probably ain't see them. But out of all the people up here, he killed the darkest dude. Alright, Thag. Alright, Thag. Okay.
He decapitated this brother for no reason at all. He chopped his head clean off to make an example out of him. So after he just murdered this dude in front of everyone, this man gets on the mic and says, "As my first command as Grand Regent, I, Thrag, hereby officially announce the first ever Viltrum Culling Games. Seek out every single sorry ass nigga in our population and eradicate them. Purge every weak nigga from our population." So after Thrag gave this speech, all hell just broke loose across the entire planet, and the Great Purge began. Viltrumites just started killing each other off one by one, so they could roll out every person they considered.
He punched her noggin off.
It wasn't just the adults doing it too. It was the kids as well. Look at them jumping this little nigga. Bro got jumped by 3 other kids that got stomped.
Hey, bro. They're supposed to be defending him. Y'all supposed to be sticking together. I'm supposed to be sticking together. Hey.
It was the kids
Hey, y'all supposed to be sticking together.
Bro got jumped by 3 other
Wow.
kids that got stomped out to death. This was just straight up horrific, and I'm gonna keep it a beam. This had to be one of the worst ways to ever find out who was weak or not, because what this was a battle royale. Anything could happen. You could literally get cheap kills off of niggas for third partying another 1v1. They could be 10 times better than you, or you could literally wait until their 1v1 was over and they were at half HP and just come behind them and sneak their ass. Like, this shit is stupid. And God forbid a nigga ran into a motherfucker like Conquest, because that was just instant death. It didn't matter how strong you were if you ran into that nigga. That is just straight up bad RNG. And at the end of this purge that Thrag started, it led to half of their population getting wiped out. billions of Viltrumites died because of this purge. And those billions of bodies are on Thrag's head, because he literally commanded them to do this. And now we're at our third major atrocity, and that was his invasion on Telescria. This nigga pulled up in a big-ass Star Destroyer and started burning this city to the ground and destroying everything. Millions of innocent people were getting boomed and vaporized, while this man was just sitting in his ship and looking down on all this death and destruction. And there is a high probability that this man would have probably just scorched the whole planet if Mark and friends didn't destroy his ship and make him tweak out about losing Argol's skull. But I think that we can all agree after looking at these three atrocities that this man Thrag is just a straight up space tyrant, because there is nothing more that this nigga loved to do than conquer civilizations and spread bloodshed wherever he went.
Okay, so his body count like a freaking trillion. He gotta go.
Right. Exhibit B, putting the fraud allegations to rest. Man, oh man, the amount of people that were calling Thrag a fraud before episode 7 was just flat out insane. Like, we're now in an era where if a new character ain't doing some shit like ore farming or putting belt to ass to niggas in the first 5 minutes of their screen time, they're putting them on fraud watch. People were actually calling him a fraud before he even threw his first punch. Now, if you were a part of the crowd that was calling Thrag a fraud before all this happened, all is forgiven, as long as you sign this document and turn it in by the end of the trial. Now, everyone should have known Thrag was all about that action the moment the coalition pulled up to Viltrum, because they pulled up searching for this man just for him to meet them at the...
I ain't gonna lie, who's the coalition? I seen Mark in there. I seen little bro who got his damn chin took off. But who's the coalition? I don't know.
Bro said, you ain't even gotta search for me, gang. I'm right here and I'm ready to throw down. So Thula comes from behind and sneaks Status in the back. And all the other Viltrumites end up surrounding them, because Thrag set up an ambush because he knew they were gonna try to track him down and kill him on Viltrum. So he sicks his minions to start...
That dude right there, this dude right here, I did see about him on TikTok too. I think his name was Battle Beast. I did see him with TikTok too. He was also getting put up against like Marvel characters and stuff like that. But I don't know his powers or nothing.
Jumped with the coalition, while he just straight up sat back and watched them fight the whole time. This dude didn't even bother to move from the spot he was in till Space Racer shot his Infinity Ray at him. And all he did was move back a couple of inches. This man...
I ain't gonna lie. He ain't even blink, bro. He ain't even blink. He sat there. Hell nah.
Didn't give a flying about a laser that would one-shot him. He just straight up had the confidence to know that that shit wasn't hitting him. So the first person to actually try to fight him was Omni-Man. So Nolan flew in and tried to hit him, but all three...
Wait, so Omni-Man good now? He good now? Okay.
Thrag did was move back a couple of inches again and make Nolan hit straight air. Then Thrag flew above him and winded up a punch from the heavens. And if you take a look at Nolan's face right here, you can tell
he knows
that
he
is clearly thinking,
damn, he really about to rock.
Yeah. Damn.
Thrag punched this nigga Nolan so hard he turned into a living, breathing meteor and made him crash all the way down on the surface of Viltrum. So after Thrag hit Nolan with a stage change, Thrag came down and tried to hit Nolan with some good old talk no jutsu. He was telling him, Nolan, big dog, come home. Why are you fighting for these sorry-ass, weak-ass niggas? They just sorry-ass killed our emperor and brought us to damn near extinction, and you wanna align with that Autobots roll out sounding ass nigga? But no one tried to tell Thrag that he was a changed man now, and he was done sipping from that Viltrum Kool-Aid to be a brainwashed space tyrant. So after Nolan tried to get Thrag to stop and surrender, Thrag looked at Nolan dead in the face and said, oh, Nolan. How far you fallen. Looks like that Earth Coochie really made you a soft ass nigga. So Thrag winds up a punch that was so strong it created a vortex. And he hits Nolan.
Bitch. How the fuck he do that? Tell me the nigga put a punch back and all the air came with it. Why the fuck is he here?
So Thrag winds up a punch that was so strong it created a vortex. And he hits Nolan
Damn.
with a Shoryuken from hell that sent Nolan flying all the way back up into the stratosphere. So after Nolan got sent back to outer space, the next person that tried to step up was everyone's favorite useless purple punching bag, Oliver. Now, before we observe what happens to this half-insect buffoon, I want y'all to hear exactly what Oliver says 20 minutes before this fight starts. Roll the clip.
Why is everyone so nervous about fighting this Thrag guy? No way he lives up to the hype.
Now, as we can see, Oliver is basically representing everybody that put Thrag on Fraud Watch. He himself was not believing in all the hype, even after his dad straight up told him, however strong you think you are, Thrag is stronger. But Oliver, being a hard-headed ass nigga and not listening to any of the warnings about Thrag, ended up being on the receiving end of one of the most brutal scenes in the series. Oliver flew in to punch Thrag, but Thrag stops him with one hand. Then he crushes Oliver's hand and grabs him by the arm when he tries to get away. And you can see it in Oliver's face when he finally realized that he fucked up. And he should have listened to his pops the whole time. But it was all too late for him. Thrag backhands Oliver so hard, his jaw snatched.
His mouth is, bro.
They don't want you to know about
his mouth is gone. Like,
did you know you might get a big cash payout if you were in a car accident up to 1 year ago, even if you weren't driving?
Bro, it's gone. Like, it's gone.
Attempted murder and attack on the child abuse. This nigga Oliver is the most useless person on this squad. He was a waste of space. And I already know some of y'all gonna be like, but CJ, what about CjdachampThrag? You see, at least CjdachampThrag knows her role. Sit in the back line.
This fake, bro. Nah. This fake ass Iron Man. This, bro. Alright, bro, you got it, bro. Fake ass Blue Beetle one, bro. This is fake ass War Machine. That's what this shit is.
Jacket knows her role. Sit in the back line, shoot your Viltrumite debuff darts at him, and get your assist. She's being a good support character. Oliver, on the other hand, is that one brain dead DPS on your team that goes into a fight alone, dies, and asks where the team was at as he's feeding the other team. This nigga is just straight up garbage. This little nigga was talking crazy as hell, all for him to get his jaw broken off and not being able to talk again for the foreseeable future. Fucking trash can.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Oliver got humbled by Thrag. Mark tried to rush in on Thrag with a rage boost, all for Thrag to flash him with one of the craziest impact frames of all time, then stopping his punch with his hand.
Alright, y'all. I know I'm pausing a lot, but like, can we not just Invincible got impact frames now? He said you the Grim Reaper, but I'm the devil, bitch. That's what he said. That's what
his fresh lineup that he got right before this battle. He gives him a left and a mean ass gut check, and grabs him by the neck and hip slaps him out of Viltrum's orbit. Look at the impact frame of this man getting the shit slapped out of him. He slapped the taste out this nigga's mouth. It made his whole head do a 180 before his whole body got put in reverse. Not gonna lie, gang, just for this, I'm giving him an extra attempted murder because this pimp slap was uncalled.
Nah, he smacked the taste with
so damn disrespectful. Then after he pimp slapped Mark, he flew up to my glorious King Battle Beast, rocked him in his jaw, then grabbed his jetpack, then threw him to a whole other solar system because we don't see him again for the rest of the fight. Just for doing that to my goat, that's attempted murder. Cause throwing Battle Beast like a toy into deep space is actually insane. So since everyone was getting dog walked by Thrag, they decided
another solar system
thing to do was to just destroy the whole planet. So Space Racer shot his infinity ray at the planet, and Mark, Nolan, and Thetis fly into the planet's core and blow it up. So after these three blew up the planet, this sent Thrag over the edge. This man looked directly at Thetis, locked onto his target like he was a heat-seeking missile, and ripped Thetis' head clean off.
Oh my god. I ain't gonna lie, Thetis. I ain't gonna lie, Thetis.
Three blew up the planet.
I ain't gonna lie, Thetis.
Thrag over the edge. This man looked directly at Thetis.
Not that this. You should have known. You should have known.
Over the edge. This man
You should have
looked
known.
directly.
Once niggas get this mad to where they start crying, they about to put some shit on you, man.
At Thetis,
Thetis, he just got up out of there. He speed blitzed the shit out of you.
Clean off of his shoulders. Ladies and gentlemen, that was just straight up murder. Thetis didn't even get a chance to react. All he saw in his last moments was Thrag's crispy ass hairline, blitzing him at Mach speed. Then he displayed his head to everyone, then crushed it into mush while telling everyone they're next. So after he sent Optimus Prime back to the Bayverse, he grabs Nolan with no hesitation and just started to lay the smack down on this nigga. While Nolan couldn't do anything, he couldn't fight back at all. Thrag then low-key started hitting Nolan with the Superman and Justice 2 super move, just yo-yoing his body with punches. Then Mark came in and tried to help out, but he gets punched in the throat and he can't breathe anymore. So Nolan tried to attack, but he gets his wrist shattered. Then when Mark saw Thrag flying towards him, his fight or flight senses kicked in. Because Mark hit the jets and just tried to skedaddle. But Thrag was chasing him and he was on his ass. Look at the expression on Mark's face right here. This is the face of a man who is terrified and is running from death itself. So Thrag grabs Mark and starts giving him ferocious back shots. Then after he finished giving Mark back shots, he had him hoisted up and he was about to end this man's existence right here. But Nolan comes in and saves Mark at the last second.
Nolan.
So after Mark got saved, Mark
Save your
asked,
child.
Dad, how do we beat him? And Nolan looked back at his son and said, son, we're cooked. Lord have mercy, Thrag gave Nolan the Viltrumite special technique. That is just flat out attempted murder. Then Thrag grabbed Mark by...
Alright, we back, boys. We back, boy. We back.
The neck again and gave him a headbutt that was probably heard around the cosmos. Then he started to squeeze his head and he was going to crush Mark's head just like he did to Thrag. But at the last second, Thrag decides to stop because he realized that too much Viltrumite blood has been spilled. So he lets Mark off the hook and leaves him for dead in space with his father and his brother.
Mark got bailed out. He wasn't looking so invincible right there, buddy. That's the power of the Lord, man. That's exactly what you call the power of the Lord. Bro got bailed out. Bro was about to be fucking like put in a blender. Bro.
This man Thrag shut those fraud allegations up real quick, cause he just straight up
very
wiped the
fast
floor with everyone. Omni-Man got left with his guts hanging out, Mark got put into another coma, and Oliver had to get put in a Bacta tank with a new shiny mechanical jaw and a prosthetic arm to go with it.
A mechanical jaw in this. A mechanical jaw.
Exhibit C.
There's a C exhibit?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We have reached our third and final exhibit.
There's another exhibit.
C, PTSD and holding Earth hostage. Now, after Thrag put belt to ass to the coalition and left the whole family for dead in space, Mark thought they were going to go to Earth and destroy everything. So when Mark finally recovered from the beating that Thrag gave him, it is revealed that Mark got his ass beat so bad, he got PTSD. But not just your regular PTSD. This nigga Mark got specifically post-thragmatic stress disorder. Not gonna lie, I think we haven't seen a case of PTSD this severe since Slade did this shit to Robin. Because Mark was tweaking out so hard.
If y'all don't know, Slade gave Robin the meanest PTSD I have ever seen. Like, he had him fighting teammates, had him even getting hurt himself. Bro, think about that. Think about that. Bro thought he saw this dude so bad. He had bruises on himself. He was fighting nobody, y'all. He was fighting nobody. There was nobody there, and he was still getting hurt. That's how bad PTSD he had. His body even had it, bro. His body had it.
Was seeing things just like Robin was. So let's go through some of the examples real quick of how severe this actually was. Example 1. Mark finally comes back home to see his mother for the first time after the war. So this was supposed to be a heartwarming moment, but it goes south real quick. While Mark was talking to his mom, he looked away for like 1 second. And when he turned around again, he sees Debbie getting choked out by Thrag. And Thrag tells him, "This is the smallest repayment for what you did," and rips Debbie's head clean off. I'm not gonna lie, this shit got me for a quick second. Cause this happened so fast it felt like a jump scare. Bro really thought for a second that he saw his mother get her head ripped off before he finally snapped back into reality. But this was only his first post-thragmatic stress disorder episode, because there were more to come. Example 2, Mark and Eve were having a very important conversation about how life's been for her since Mark left, and she was about to give him the whole lore dump of what all happened when he left. So right before she was about to tell Mark that she was pregnant, she gets her head snatched by Thrag, and Thrag starts to hold her up above Mark and tells him, "You took away what I loved. Now I'm taking what you love, little nigga." So he starts to gouge her eyes out and crush her face. Then her other eyeball ends up popping out of her head before he finally kills her in front of Mark. Then throws her lifeless body right back at him. This?
God damn. I climb Mark. I don't even care if you got PTSD. You gonna have to scrap with that one, buddy. You might also go ahead and scrap with that one, buddy. I don't care what kind. I don't even care if you're not there. Go ahead and scrap with that one, buddy. You can't let that happen to you, man. He ain't there. Go ahead and scrap with it.
Nigga Mark was going through hell. He was living a nightmare because he couldn't tell if this was real or not. Eve had to snap this man out of the genjutsu that he was stuck in because he was actually stun locked. Well, 3. Mark is giving the debrief to Cecil about the war and was low-key about to ask him for a therapist. Now, while their conversation continued, Mark closed his eyes, and the moment he looked back up, he sees Thrag giving Cecil the Viltrumite special move. And while he had his body lifted up, he told Mark, "Just to let you know, I'm still in your head, and not even therapy can repair the shit I did to you." Then he throws Cecil's lifeless body to the side like trash. And after this, Mark just started hyperventilating because he was having a panic attack mid-PTSD till Cecil finally calmed this nigga down and brought him back to reality. So after Mark went through like 3 post-thragmatic stress disorder episodes, Mark decided to go on a flight to clear his head. And while he was out flying, he sees Thrag again. So Mark, thinking he's having another episode, closes his eyes and starts to think in his head, "This is not real, this nigga's not here. This is not real, this nigga's not here. This is not real, this nigga's not here." So when Mark opens up his eyes again, Thrag was still there. And he told him, "Yes, little nigga, we indeed are here." And this was when Mark finally realized that the Thrag standing in front of him was indeed the real Thrag. So Mark starts tweaking out and begins to hit Thrag over and over again. But Thrag just took all of this with no reaction, then palmed Mark's face and threw him back to where he started.
Shit.
Then Thrag told him, "Stop, little nigga. I didn't come here to fight. I came here to talk." So Thrag gives this man a little smile, then tells Mark, "Here's how this is about to go down, little nigga. You took our home, so now we're taking yours. So from this day forward, we, yes, we will be using Earth as a breeding ground to repopulate our forces and rebuild our empire. And don't worry, they've already started. Krieg done cracked like 6 of your Earth holes already. That one-eyed motherfucker's having the time of his life right now, and Lucan is already famous. He's been hosting this show called Family Feud under an alias name, Steve Harvey or some shit. But that's besides the point. What you need to know is this, little nigga. You're going to let us coexist with you. And if you don't, we will rip this planet in half. Also, I will need to acquire the location of your planet's best barbers. Their services will be needed." So Mark has to agree because he basically has no choice. And Thrag officially takes the entire planet of Earth as hostage and turns it into a Viltrumite breeding farm.
Yep.
The verdict. Ladies and
That nigga's
gentlemen,
on the
after
table
observing all of
immediately.
this evidence and tallying up this long list of charges, this is a pass with flying colors. This man Thrag belongs in the elite category for menaces. He pulled off this list of charges in 3 episodes, gang. That is like a new record for Charles or some shit. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, because the files on this man are going to continue over the years. So with that being said, hope y'all enjoyed. And until our next trial that is coming up very soon, I bid y'all farewell.
Shop your new mattress your way
Yeah,
at
I'm proud as
Ashley.
fuck.
Browse our wide selection online from the comfort.
Alright, y'all. That'll be the end of this one. Yeah, the next one is gonna be a gaming one though, for sure. That one's gonna be a gaming one. So we also got to react to Miyamoto Musashi, whoever that is. But if he's on CJ Champ, he bound to be something. So I'm gonna be on this real soon. We know we staying busy this time, bro. I keep saying that. Serious this time. Y'all can quote me on that. Alright. But I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Love y'all, man.